One important application of QGIS is possibility of data visualization. Here we will do a practical example. In this practical, it says that the data has provided from the Demographic and Health Survey of 2016 relevant to the undernutrition percentages of each district of Sri Lanka. Now we use that data and feed into a district map of Sri Lanka and visualize them. Practical also said when you visualize the data and the colors should come to the map are stated. There should be 3 categories as shown in table 2. Let's open QGIS software. We will add new vector, a digital map which have the districts of Sri Lanka. Browse the place you have stored the district map of Sri Lanka. I have saved in a folder called district shapefile. So the shapefile of district of Sri Lanka are here. Out of them that I am going to open the shapefile, district of Sri Lanka shapefile. Stay open. Add. Then close the box. Now we can see the map of district of Sri Lanka. Before going to visualize the colors in the map, we will learn some basic concepts relevant to the map and QGIS software. One thing is that we can label according to the polygons, that is districts of Sri Lanka. For that, we need to go to the layer, right click and open the properties. Once you open the properties, you will see this kind of box which says the layer properties. There are several options in the layer properties box. Out of them, at this point, we are going to open the labels. Labels, it says no labels. So we are going to use a single labels here. Then it will appear the settings relevant to the labels. Here what we are going to label, because in the columns of the attributable table relevant to this district map would have 3 columns. Out of them, I am going to select the district. So district, the column would have names of the districts. Click OK. So then the names are appearing here. So also the label box allows you to make necessary changes, formatting to the names as well. As example, we will open again and see the labels box again. Here we will make a buffer area around each label, then it will be appear nicely and attractively, and it will easy to recognize the letters. So it says we have to click the draw text button, then we have to check draw text buffer button. There we need to specify the size also the buffer. Let's say it is 1.5 and buffer color is let's say it is white. Set it OK. So you will see like this. Likewise, you will able to do different changes to the labels. Let's open the attributable table of this layer to understand what is available there. Now under the district, it mentioned the district names as this, and under the column province it says the provinces of Sri Lanka, and this is a unique number that has been given to the different polygons. Now what we're going to do is, we have data relevant to the nutrition level according to districts. We are going to feed the nutritional levels based on these districts. For that we need to have another column here. So how to create a column? Whatever we are going to do for this table needs first editing button active. So this is the editing button, which is called, when we click it, the table will go into a editing mode. Let's click it. Then we can add another column. So new field, this is the button we have to click it. When we click it, the add field boxes appear, and there are certain information request for the field we are going to create. First we have to give the name. We write it as nutrition. Comment if you need a comment that you can give. Then it asks the type of the number, whether it's a whole number or it includes decimal points as well. So we say it's a decimal number. Then it has the length of the field. Let's say it's 3. Just inspection the data set that we have 3 fields here. So we give 3 fields for that. The precision, that is the number of decimal points. As you see, this is only 1 decimal point. So we enter 1. Okay. Click OK. Now we have the opportunity to enter the nutritional levels in this column. We will do that. So it is much convenient us to make the names in alphabetical order. Rather it's rather it is haphazard. Then it is very difficult us to find each and every. So when you click here, you can make it alphabetical order. So Ampar is the first. Start from A. So 18.1, 24.7, 22.6, 21.4, 14.6, 17.8, 19.6, 22.4, 13.7, 20.1, 20.6, 19.9, 16.6 in Kilinochchi, 21.9 in Kurunegala, 18.2 in Mena, 17.8, that is in Matale, 22.3 in Matara, 24.2 in Monaragala, 25.5 in Mullatiu, 29.6 in Nuwara 18.7 in Polonnaruwa, 20.1 in Puttalama, 22.9 in Ratnapura, 22.7 in Trincomalee, 20.3 in Vaunia. So we have now entered the data according to the districts. Now we can disable the editing of the columns anymore. Then we have to click again the editing mode button. So then ask the question whether it's necessary to save the data. We say save, then the table will be modified according to the newly added data. Now close this table. Now let's go again back to the attributable table and see whether the data is there. Yes, the data is there. Close it again. Now what we're going to do is that according to the prevalence levels of the district, we plan to give gradient color for the different polygon, that is districts. For that, again we go to the layer and open properties. This time we select the symbology section. Here it says whether it's a need of single symbology or graduated colors, categorize rule-based inverted polygons 2.5D. Out of them, we will select the graduated colors. Then we will have different colors for different categories. So categories haven't so far defined by us. For that, first we get equal intervals of the categories. We need 3. Said OK. For that, we need to open the properties box again. This time we will go to the instead of symbols, we go to the symbology section. Under the symbology section, that we are going to select graduated colors. So then we have to mention which graduate colors are selected. Then we have to mention which column we selected. Then we have to mention which column we are going to select. Then we have to say which column. Then we have to say which column we selected for. Then we have to say which column we select for, giving the values for the graduated colors. Here we select the nutrition one we created. So first we will go to the equal interval. That means that nutrition levels are divided equally for here the 5 categories. Now the classes, here we can select the number of categories, because according to the practical we were asked to give 3 categories. When we make it 3, you can see that the prevalence levels are equally divided into 3 categories. But the question has to say that to select the levels below the 20%, then 20 to 25%, and 25% or more. So the question said to us, select the nutrition prevalence level less than 20, 20 to less than 20%, 20% or more than that. That are the 3 categories. So let's make the changes here. Here we need to, when you click this, we have a box like this, enter class bounds. The lower value is the value which is mentioned the lowest in the prevalence levels as we entered. Now upper value, what we needed is less than 20%. That means we need to go up to 19.999. Okay. So what is next is, from that value 20% or less than 25%. Here again we need to change. So 24.999, that is then less than 25%. Now here we are going not to change. Here we are not going to change to the 20% because then there is a discontinuation. So we make, instead of 20%, 19.999, because it needs to continuation from the particular last category. Say okay. So next one is this 24.999 to 29.6. This is though we says it's more than 25%, so the highest value gives is 29.6. so it's the value range which will mention in this category. So these are the values actually. So the legend means that the one which comes to the comes into the map when we export a map out of it. So here we can make the changes as we want. We make here less than 20%. Here 20% to 25%. Here we will say more than, equal or more than, equal or more than 25%. Right, so this is the legend which comes to the map once we develop the final map. This is the real values we give the instructions to the preparation of the different colors. So we have three colors here: white, intermediate red, and dark red. If we need to make it further dark, we will click here, then we will able to do that. So we can select dark red from this box, say it's okay. Here the lowest category, we need a light red instead of white, so we click it again and make it we can select out of this box, so make it light red. So I select somewhere here, maybe somewhere here, make it little darker, say it okay. So there's a light red in this box, so we make it little further dark, this category. So I will do it like this for that box, click OK. Right, now we have gradient three colors: light red, intermediate red, and dark red. Say it OK. Now you can see that there is map which shows which having the highest undernutrition prevalence districts and the intermediate districts, and the lowest undernutrition prevalence districts as well. Once you develop the map, we need to export that map to some other format, which will be important us to incorporate into a Word file, that's a report, or Microsoft PowerPoint slide, that is for a presentation, and so on. So we make an image out of this map. What we have to do is, in the QGIS, when you click this menu, the project, you will have the option new print layout. Click the new print layout. So it asks the name for the new print layout. We will say undernutrition in Sri Lanka. Click OK. So it will give another surface to create the map finally. We make it little enlarge. Here we can add the map we have generated through the QGIS software. Let's say these are the buttons which are important us to add in the maps and during doing different changes. Let's say add the map with using this button. Click it. Once you click it, you can come to the layout again and drag the area that you want to have the map. When you do that, the map will pop out in this layout. And also we need a legend. In that case, you can press this button, add a new legend to the layout. Click it and come to the layout again and drag it here, or wherever you want. You can keep this. Let's say that I want to keep it here. You can do that. So now the legend is also here. If I want to make any changes to the legend appearance as well as text, that you can do with going to here, which is called item properties. Click the item properties. Under the item properties, there is the legend. The legend items have mentioned like this. You can scroll from here, different options further down. So legend items here the legend items here will change according to the changes we made here as well as originally in the QGIS software surface. So to remove that, to stop that auto update, we need to uncheck this button. Once you uncheck, there are certain options get enabled. So out of them, we can make the changes to the appearance of this legend. So first, if I want to say remove this underscore between districts underscore Sri Lanka, this underscore, so I have to click it and make it edit. So another box appear there. We can remove that underscore. Or else, if I want to make a completely different name for the legend title, as let's say the categories of undernutrition. So click OK, then it will appear here. So other seems to be okay for me, less than 20%, 20% to 25%, equal or more than 25%. If you really need to do changes of these also, you can do that with these buttons. Also, you will able to remove any of these layers. Here actually we have only one layer. Sometimes when you are working, there will be several layers here. You can use this button and click the layer you want to remove and click this button, then it will disappear, right? So if I want to do any changes anymore, still it's available there as well. As example, let's say that I want to have a frame across the legend, and it should be, the frame is black color, or maybe I can change it to some other colors also. If I want, make it red as example, make it blue as example, click here, so it's become blue, right, the blue. So likewise, there are many changes we could do for this map. Even there are options if you want that you can enter the titles, arrows, the scales, and so on. Once you did all the changes to the map layout, you can export the map layout to whatever the format you want. Maybe as export as an image, or export as a PDF, or export as some other file formats as well. Let's export this image as we export this layout as an image at this point. Click here, then it will ask where I need to save this file. I say it's a desktop, so you can make the whatever the name you want to give, that you can give and make it save. And also you have the opportunities to change the format further. There are so much of formats. I say JPEG format. Save. The size of the image then will ask about the resolution. That I'm not going to change any of the resolution specifications at that moment. Then say save. Okay, it says successfully export the layout to the link is given here. Okay. Let's check whether this image is at the desktop now with removing these. Yes, it is there. Now the map has saved as an image file. Then I can use this image file to copy or paste or incorporate into a Word file or PowerPoint slide. Thank you.